that, Swamiji, I'll tell you sincerely, when I had to speak, I prepare my lecture, what I am going to talk. And in that, mirch masala, sher shairi. So that sher shairi I by heart. And then I go and give the lecture, and the people say, Gupta ji, you are a genius, itne sher shairi jante ho, but if there is another sher beyond my, zoo, I don't remember anybody, anything. So this is not for a public performance. This has to be lived 24/7. See, Mirabai was singing before the Lord, and the music performing artists, they perform before the audience. What a difference. Because it was their performance. They never meant, Mere to Giridhara Gopala, dusaro no koi. This is what Mirabai meant it. It was not just a lyric. But when one Jalota comes and Mere to finally the people have to clap, stop, enough. In the same manner, like Bhagwan Shankaracharya says, Veena Vadana Saundaryam Bhuktaye Natu Muktaye. If you are a great artist performing before the audience, you can enjoy the performance, but you will never be able to discover fulfillment in your life. See, there was one artist like me who knows nothing. He performed music, some song or rag or something like that, and the audience said, oh, come on, again. So he did it again, after some, again, once, twice, thrice, 7, 8 times. Now he was tired. Again, same thing, but the audience is comfortable again. Finally he said, you liked it so much, you are asking me to sing again and again. No, till you correctly sing, keep on singing. You are singing wrong. See, Grantham abhyasya medhavis jnana vijnana tatparaha. This knowledge must become the part and parcel of our 24 hours living. Otherwise, while giving a lecture, it is Brahman. After the lecture, it is Brahma. No. It has to be. And when this knowledge is practiced in one's life, that knowledge becomes wisdom. And when the same knowledge is given to others, it becomes philosophy. So there are 3 things. One is philosophy, second is spirituality, and third is religion. In religion, there is no God. In philosophy, there is no wisdom. Where both God and wisdom exist together is spirituality. Therefore, jnana vijnana tatparaha. Otherwise, we get lost only, this listening to satsanga. That also becomes an addiction. Many places we go, particularly temples. This Sanatana Dharma temple in the north of India, there will be a committed audience along with the pillars. They are seated there. And so many Mahatmas have come and gone. As the pillars can never be improved upon, in the same manner, these Mahatmas, they sit for listening, and a challenge, try to improve upon me, Jnana vijnana tatparaha. This knowledge must be digested, assimilated, then it becomes our experience. Like the food. If the food is eaten, if it is not digested and assimilated, but it comes out suddenly from the wrong end, it is called as vomition. Now that vomition may be of anything that you have eaten, whether it is a good food or it was an ordinary chaat. Vomition is a vomition. In the same manner, whether we talk about the worldly things or we talk about the scriptures without experience, it becomes like a vomit, and therefore they don't want to listen to us. Oh God, Mummy has come, now she will start Gita again. Children slowly become allergic to the spirituality because of this wrong practice by the elders. See, friends, in one place it happened, one boy, he came and drunk, kicked the door of the car open, got outside, and myself and his father were standing, and with a cigarette in his hand and Shambhavi Mudra, huge structure. This happened in USA. Okay. The father got very angry, gave him one. You are drinking and coming home like this. He said, Dad, enough. I'll uproot your hand and give in another hand. Mind your business. Now I am major, I am not minor. The father was so disgusted. Then after a few days, I spoke to that boy. He said, Swamiji, I know why you are talking to me. I am doing this thing only to hurt my father. I have only one program in my life. I want to hurt him every moment. He has destroyed my childhood. So-called God. Every morning, you can do this puja and sit down and chant Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. I hate that Guru. I hate that God. Because when we don't practice, then these allergies come up. Jnana Vijnana Tatpara. Why our children don't listen to us? Because we have not practiced what we have studied. But the same thing when it is told by Mahatma, why the children listen? Because their words carry the meaning behind it. Our words carry no meaning behind it. Therefore, friends, palalamiva dharyanarthi tyajet grantham asheshataha. So let us understand, this spiritual practice is not like the material sciences. In material science, we don't have to be a good person, yet we can be a good businessman. We don't have to be a good person, yet we can be a good doctor. We don't have to be a good person, yet we can be a good administrator. Therefore, this is the subjective science. Gavanam ekavarnanam kshirasyapyekavarnata kshiravat pashyate jnanam linginastu gavam yatha. This topic is meant for indicating how many books we have to study to realize. One person went to Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi and asked, how many Upanishads should I study to realize the self? Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi is to reply in a most unique manner. He said, how many mirrors you require to see your face? One is enough. Exactly the same way. One Upanishad is enough. Upanishads may be many, but all of them are talking about the same truth. There is not different. The Rigvedi Brahman is Rigvedi type and Yajurvedi Brahman is Yajurvedi type. No. It is the same reality. Like Gavanam Aneka Varnana, Gavam Aneka Varnanam. Like the cows may be of different colors. Some cows are white, some are black, some are brown, some are having patches. So various kinds of cows, but the milk is the same white milk. In the same manner, Kshiravat Pashyate Jnanam. Focus your attention on the truth indicated in the Upanishad and not what Upanishad it is. Therefore, right in the beginning I told you, the Western classification, major Upanishad and minor Upanishad is meaningless. It has no value. It is the same thing. Doesn't matter what Upanishad is, because Upanishad Shabdena Brahma Vidya Uchyate. What is said is the same in all the Upanishad. Therefore, first of all, let us remove these differences from our mind. Whether this Upanishad is better or that Upanishad is better, all Upanishads are same. Because all of them talking about the same reality. So, Kshiravat Pashyate Jnanam. So, knowledge is like the milk. You know, in Bhagavad Gita, this is the shloka. Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopalanandanaha partho vatsas sudhir bhokta dugdham gita amrutam mahat. So this shloka comes as a dhyana shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. This is not a part of Bhagavad Gita. After that particular day, I stopped chanting this shloka. Because this happened in a Punjabi crowd. After my lecture was over, that lady came and asked me, Swamiji, tusi dasya o shalok viche Sarvopanishado gavo, in every village there are Upanishads that I understood. I said, my God. Sarvopanishado gavo, in every gav there is Upanishad. Then you say, do gadha Gopalanandana, Gopalanandana I understood. Ye do gadhe kahan se aaye? Do gada. Then I said, Amma, ek to main hu. Dusri tum ho jao. See, in Punjabi, the Jodakshar becomes Todakshar and Todakshar becomes Jodakshar. So, Dogdha became Dogadha. So, naturally the question will come, Bhagavad Gita mein gadhe kahan se aaye? So, this particular shloka must be having its origin in this mantra. Like cows may be different colors, the milk is the same, in the same manner. It doesn't matter what Upanishad you study. But are you studying the Upanishad for the academics or the erudition or scholarship, or you are studying Upanishad so that you come to discover the truth that you are? Therefore, Kshiravat Pashyate Jnanam Linginaha tu Gavam Yatha. After having told this, now in the next verse, the teacher takes us still deeper. The whole spiritual practice is brought out. Grutamiva payasi nigudham bhute vasati vijnanam satatam manthaitavyam manasa manthana bhutena. If you take a sample of milk, you don't see ghee anywhere in that. But if we want to bring out the ghee out of it, there is a procedure. You just can't go the way you want. We have to follow a certain procedure. Now what is the procedure? First of all, we heat that milk on a very low fire. And after it is heated sufficiently, then we switch off the heat and allow it to cool down up to a particular temperature. Then we introduce the starter and mix the starter properly in the milk without disturbing the milk. And then that milk with the starter is kept undisturbed with a nice cover with a cloth, a proper temperature for the overnight. After every 2 minutes, we don't go and see, ban gaya ghee? No. Ban gaya ghee? Keep it overnight. After that is done, then invoke Yashoda Maiya. Get the churning rod and slowly start churning. And when you start churning, when the butter floats, take it out, put it into another pot, and then that one again do like this thing and again do it till no more butter comes. And when you do it last, then what is remaining, put to your ear. This is required. After that butter is collected, the story is not complete. Then take that butter and again put it on a very low fire for a long period of time. Slowly, all the impurities will be burnt away and settle down, and a grainy butter will start surfacing on the top, and impurities will be burned and remain at the base. Once the butter is formed, you cannot again put it back in the milk. If this is understood, in the same manner, Sarvo Upanishado Gavo, we have approached the cow, Dogdha Gopalanandanaha, then invoking the divine grace with devotion, we have studied the scriptures, and then milk has come out. Whatever we have studied, that is the milk. After having got the milk, then I have heard so many Mahatmas, but nothing happened to me. You have not churned. So you have to first of all add the starter. What is adding a starter? Now be committed to the spiritual path. Spirituality is not spiritual virus attacking suddenly. It is a slow and steady process. It's not overnight. And thereafter, when we start churning, start reflecting on what we have studied. So what we have studied? First error, because of which we all suffer in life, must be corrected first. What is that error? Living as the body, by the body, on everybody. This is the first error. Till such time, body disidentification does not happen. Whatever you might have done in the past, it is all meaningless. Oh God, in Delhi, once I was talking, and one topic I talk about hatred. I said, if we have hatred in our heart, even in dream, even for fun, even once, even for any insignificant thing in this world, that hatred element is enough to disqualify us for the descent of divinity in our heart. So much immaculate purity is required. So after my lecture was over, one lady said, Swami, can I join you for breakfast? I said, okay, come. So she drove me to my house in Delhi. Swamiji, today you have, shattered all my spiritual practice. I said, I'm so sorry. You don't ask why. I said, no, why should I ask? It is already shattered. Ab murdo ko kya ukhadna? No, my guru told me that I am progressing spiritually, and you told, I said, I don't know what told who and what is that. He said, you told, if we have got hatred even in dream, even once, even for fun in our heart, we are not qualified for God realization. But I have hatred for one man, I cannot forgive him. And you tell me that this is, then we are not qualified, that means my guru tells he is wrong. I said, Maharani, galti meri hai. Then I spoke to you the truth. See, friends, if you are walking the spiritual path, you have to be firm and strong. Nayamatma balahine na labhyaha. See, friends, here also we have to be committed to the truth. And in that commitment, we start now churning. So what is the churning? We hear 100 times that all the secondary eyes are born after the body identification. After the body identification happens, then only we are mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc. And the body identification is having zero value. In your various kinds of viruses you must have heard. The H1N1 virus is a biological virus. The computer virus is a logical virus. I am a body notion is an illogical virus. It is neither biological nor logical. And what logic it has got? I am the body. And on the basis of this primary error, the whole life is developed. Therefore, when you are practicing meditation, keep this as the goal of meditation. What will be the experience like to remain as someone other than the body, although expressing through the body? See, friends, the individuality will disappear. Then we will come to know that life is a manifestation, it is not an individuality. And all the problems begin from the individuality. Therefore, satatam manthayitavyam, this has to be practiced again and again. And one day by the divine grace it clicks. Really, if I am not this body, what is the load of this statement? Then we come to know, with reference to body only the waking world is valuable. In the deep sleep, when we are not identified with the body, the waking world has no meaning for us. When we are able to live in this waking world with zero value, you will have zero complaints. See, friends, then we play the game of life. It's a big drama, mega drama. See, act on the stage as an actor in the drama. Don't sit and be the audience in a drama. When I was acting on the stage, the story was developed, pathetic condition was created, and I came and I was, throwing my dialogues properly trained and crying and becoming miserable, and the whole audience was crying. That time what was going on in my mind? Are Dumbo, I am paid for this fake crying and you have paid and really crying. This is just a drama. Don't watch the drama, do the drama. For that, go to Bengaluru, Karnataka. Do Nataka. But how to do Nataka? As you are doing now. As if listening. Practice, friends, it is not difficult, it is very simple. Therefore, satatam manthayitavyam manasa manthana bhutena. So once we are coming to this point in our life, then we have to be someone other than the body. Then the next step comes, then who is this I? Then he is labeled as X. Like the unknown in our mathematics is indicated by X. Suppose you have to find out some unknown variable. So they give you data. So how do we start? Suppose the unknown variable is X. And with that you submit your answer book. Will you get marks? You have to establish the value of the X. Exactly the same way, when we are told we are other than the body, called as Jiva. Now establish the value of Jiva. What is Jiva? That we don't establish. And therefore, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, you get lost into non-existing chaos. See, friends. And when we come to discover, Jiva is not an individuality, it is an expression. It is not a Vyakti, it is a Abhivyakti. Like light is not a Vyakti, it is a Abhivyakti. When we take light as a Vyakti, our attention is on the different conditionings. But when we take light as a Abhivyakti, our attention is on the electricity. In the same manner. When we take life as Abhivyakti, manifestation of what? of Paramatma. But when we take ourselves to be Jiva, an individual, then we are giving importance to the conditioning called as the Panchakosha, the body, etc. Therefore, Satatam Manthayitavyam Manasa Manthana Bhutena Jnana Netram Samadaya Uddhared Vannivat Param Nishkalam Nishchalam Shantam Tad Brahmahamiti Smrutam. So, Jnana Netra Samadaya. Now, open your eyes of wisdom. Jnana Netra Samadaya. Now, what is the eye of wisdom? See, eye of wisdom is we go beyond our experiences and come to discover which cannot be established through the experiences. For example, when we are sitting in a train, let us say, sit near the window and the train is moving. Outside there is an open expanse. You will see three things. The trees or houses, whatever, are nearest to the railway track. They will be running in the opposite direction, the same speed by which our car is going. There will be one particular spot somewhere away from the train where it is stationary, it is not moving. And if you go far away, you will see that the mountains, etc., they are moving along the direction of the train. So you see a complete circle outside. There is a center, things are moving which are nearer to the train in the opposite direction, and the things which are far away moving along the direction of the train. Thus you see the circle movement. And that circular movement is seen only as long as the train is moving. So when we see that they are moving, but what is our understanding? They are not moving. It is the train which is moving, is it not? Now to know this, do we have to jump out of the train? Exactly the same way. The changes which are happening in the world, the changes which are happening in the body, the changes which are happening in the mind, they are with reference to this unchanging principle. Come to cognize that all changes can be established only with reference to an unchanging reference. That unchanging reality is our essential nature and not the changing phenomena. This is called as Jnana Netram Samadaya. Jnana Netra doesn't mean that you will have some kind of a protuberance coming out of here. What happened? Jnana Netra khul gaya. Now there is only one problem, no doctor available. Why it is now it is crying continuously? These two eyes are okay. Jnana Netra is crying. Why it is crying? Because nobody listens to Vedanta. Therefore Jnana Netra is crying. No. Jnana Netra is not a structural entity. It is an experience which is beyond the scope of our usual means of knowledge. Our usual means of knowledge are the sense organs, the mind and the intellect. This cannot be comprehended by these instruments. Therefore, Jnana Netram Samadaya Uddhared Vannivat Param. Vannivat Param Uddhared. See, in Kathopanishad, the teacher has a student. His name is Nachiket. Nachiket is also the name of a fire. And what is the greatness of a fire? Fire never goes down. If you throw a stone, it will go down. If you throw water, it will go down. When you lit a stick and you want to put down the fire, you may put the stick upside down, but the fire will come up. In the same manner, let us recognize this. Jnana Netram Samadaya Uddhared Vannivat Param. Like the fire refuses to go down. In the same manner, refuse to go down at the Prakriti level and rise above this relative world. it is our choice. Those who complain, they are not seekers. Those who complain, they want everything to happen according to them. Even if God comes, He will tell also them, Bhagwan akele hai, Radha ko kyun nahi laya? See friends, therefore, Uddharet Vannivat Param, Nishkalam, Nishchalam, Shantam, Tad Brahmaham iti Smrutam. And come to recognize Nishkalam, partless. What is partless? In every experience there are three parts. Experienced object, experiencer of the object, and experiencer of the object. When eyes are seeing the objects, so the objects are separate from the eyes and the knowledge that this is an object, three things. But when it comes to eyes seeing the eyes, what will happen? Eyes have become the object of knowledge, eyes have become the seer of the object, and when they are one, both of them disappear and seeing also disappears. The triputi, the three parts dissolve. In the Yoga Shastra, this is called as Unmani Avastha. One rises above the mind. This intuitive knowledge is meant here, Nishkalam, Nishchalam. And once this knowledge takes place, there is never any possibility of falling back. See, because it is no more an action. Like, in yoga we come across, Shuchi Nam Srimatam Gehe, Yoga Bhrashtaha Abhijayate. There is no Jnana Bhrashtaha. Once only we have to recognize ourselves. Thereafter, then play the game of life, going beyond the limitations of the relative world. Nishkalam, Nishchalam, Shantam. And Shanta means that which is never disturbed by anything in this world. The peace does not add any beauty and the disturbances do not create any ugliness. That ultimate peace is our essential nature. And when this happens, this is not the last step. Last step is Sarva Bhutadivasam Yat Bhuteshu Chavasatyapi Sarvanugrahakatvena Tadasmiham Vasudevaha Tadasmiham Vasudeva iti. See? We look upon the world what we have accepted ourselves to be. See? If I have accepted myself with the conditioning of money, what is the expression of a person with the conditioning of money? I am rich or I am poor. Two conditioning. Suppose I consider myself to be poor. What will be my vision about the world? In this world, there are two types of people. Some of them are poor, some of them are rich. See? Suppose I consider myself to be body. What will be my perception of the world? In this world, there are some are gents, some are ladies. If my conditioning is the beauty or the ugliness or the skin color or Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra or Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, if that is my conditioning, what I will look upon the world? See? So I will look upon, in this world there are two types of people, black and white. Or there are different types of people. Some are like me, brahmachari, others are married. See friends, if I consider myself to be very emotional, all the time crying before the Lord, and the Lord doesn't open the door when you cry. See? Then in this world there are people with emotions and there are very cruel people. They don't have emotions. Suppose my conditioning is intellect. In this world there are intelligent people like me, very few, and most of them are dumbos. See, friends, if I consider myself to be Indian, go to the Western world. You know, once I went to Newcastle in Australia. A friend of mine, he's a Sardarji, he has got a very beautiful pharmacy shop and 2 children. That time the son was hardly class 6, 7. So he was so excited when I was going to his house, and I was tired, drove all the way from Sydney 3-4 hours. And I said, Mama, I'll sleep now till evening and then we'll have the lecture. So I finished my food quickly and slept. This boy came, I slept hardly at 2 o'clock. This boy came at 3 o'clock from the school. Where is Swamiji? Don't disturb, he's sleeping. No, he has not come here to sleep. He has to play with me. He came and woke me up, Swamiji, no sleeping, this is not good, come, we'll play. And I was not able to understand where I am, what is happening. After some time I came to normal and I said, okay. So he took me outside and we'll play football. So I played with him for some time. I said, hey, now I cannot, okay? Even if you beat me, I cannot. Okay, then what should we play? I said, we'll play something. Tell me, do you go to India every year? Yes, we go every year, once. Now tell me some of your experiences with reference to Australia and India. Oh, Swamiji, very simple. What is that? When we go to India, we talk about Australia. When we are in Australia, we talk about India. See how true it is. This is exactly what happens. We are conditioned by these conditionings. Therefore, we can never come out of it. But if we have come to discover that we are this conscious, blissful, absolute existence, then the whole world is seen only in that light alone. See, friends. Therefore, unless we come to discover our divinity, we can never be able to suspect divinity in anything in this world. Papi sarvatra papam ashankate. Suppose I have all the time suspicion about everybody. Suspicion will be with reference to what I have in me. Therefore, it is said that after having come to discover one's essential nature, thereafter sarva bhutadhivasam yat, that which is expressing in and through all the things and beings, and sarva bhuteshu vasati api, and although it is abiding in all the things and being, yet it is showering its grace on everything and being. That Vasudeva. Vasudeva means the one who is abiding and living in everything and being, and in whom everything is living. It is something like this. Space is in and out of us. If there is no space in, there won't be problem. See?